Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. Now I'm gonna review Serah, so let's start from her stats. I must say that her stats is quite amazing for Neo Vision Awakened character. Why amazing? Because like you can see that she gets 2 magic killer, Bird and Aqua. Okay, so make sure you bring her to Dark Vision related trial when you need Bird and Aqua killer. And one of her best partner, Draconian Princess Vina, she is an evoker and doesn't lock to particular enemy type. So yes, I can say both characters can do really well. And the magic stats is also quite decent. She gets 220% on normal form, and that requires you to equip bow. If you don't equip bow, then you only get 200%. So feel free to choose your weapon. And she gets 500 raw magic boost. Her Brave form gets lower magic boost, but it is perfectly understandable because on Brave form she is also a healer, and you get nice 190% spirit boost. So yes, not any complaint here. Maybe the only complaint is she doesn't have fatal damage protection, but I think everything is okay about her stats, okay? Except maybe for 25% through double hand magic. So this really triggers me, okay? Why 225%? I won't complain if they give her 200%, but this 25%, it feels like useless. But it's okay, just think it like 200%, okay? So that's enough about stats boost. Now let's talk about normal form. So on normal form, she is Bolting Strike and Chaos Wave Awakened Chainer. And for Bolting Strike chain, she is locked to Light and Earth element. The Light element deals lower damage, okay, only 58 times with 2 to 3 Esper or Foil. So this is nice if you use her with Draconian Princess Vina, because like you know that Draconian Princess Vina also used Light Bolting Strike chain. And don't worry about Quadcast because she has it from her grandest ability. Maybe for Earth Elemental Bolting Strike chain, it is another problem because I cannot remember a mage who used Earth Bolting Strike. But if you pair her with physical characters when you don't need Quadcast, maybe it's okay, I guess, okay? And for Chaos Wave Awakened Chainer, she can chain with Earth, Light, and Wind elements, so 3 elements, that's very nice. The only downside you will find for Chaos Wave Awakened is you need to do a setup. If you don't do setup, the damage is low. So you need to use your Limit Burst to get damage modifier boost and other cooldown ability. Okay, so that's one of big problem. But even after all those things, you only deal like 60 to 80 times damage. Okay, those are the normal number, so not great by any mean. Just pay that in mind. Okay, not bad. Okay, don't get me wrong, not bad, but kinda annoying if you ask me. So I think if you want to use her, it's better to use her as a Bolting Strike chainer. Unless, of course, you are forced to use her as Chaos Wave Awakened Chainer. That's all what I want to say. And as Bird and Aqua Killer, if you don't think it's enough, she can get additional 100% Bird and Aqua Magic Killer from the buff. Okay, so very nice. So at least she gets like 250%. You can get more if you equip her with Esper and get better Aqua and Bird passive killer. Okay, so very nice, very strong. And for grandest ability, like I said, it's used to unlock her Quadcast. You can use it 3 times. So unless the battle lasts longer than 15 turns, I don't think you need more than this, because yes, I believe within 15 turns you can kill the enemy. Okay, and 150% limit burst damage boost maybe not important, because like you can see that her limit burst damage modifier is nothing special. And let me tell you that to get this effect, which displayed on the screen, your health need to be lower than 21%. So yes, that's kind of annoying. But luckily, if you only want to get the Imperil, then you don't need to worry about health requirement. It always imperil Earth, Wind, and Light resist by 120%. So that's a good thing. And another thing to pay attention is if you want to get the damage modifier boost for Chaos Wave Awaken ability, yes, you need to lower, because if your health above 21%, you only get 10 times modifier to your Chaos Wave Awaken ability. Okay, so that's all for the normal form. Let's take a look on Brave She form. So her Brave She form is the form that I like the most. Sure, she loses her abilities to chain with Chaos Wave Awaken, but she's still able to chain with Bolting Strike. And it is only light element, but like I said, who chain with Earth Bolting Strike? I cannot remember, okay? And the damage, 62 times with 1800 health healing. So this maybe, I don't remember Churaja healing modifier, but because you almost always to triple cast this or even quad cast this, I believe this is enough to maintain your party full health. Okay, so really nice for healing. What about other support abilities? Don't worry, because she able to, let's say, Grand Barrier, gives you all ailment resists through her limit burst, and stats break resist through cooldown ability. So I can say she's really good healer in a battle where you don't need stop and charm resist. Sure, she able to cure stop and charm, but the main problem is she doesn't have innate resist against stop and charm. If she has that, then I guess it's still okay to use her on that kind of battle, because she can recover your party from stop, but since herself doesn't have that resist, it's kind of useless, I must say. Okay, so be careful about stop and charm resist battle. Okay, she also able to give you AoE raise, so very nice. For limit burst, it is also very good, because like you can see that 7500 barrier, it is huge. Okay, and remember, you only need to use 27 limit burst crystals, so it is easily spammable. You also get 50% damage mitigation, which is nice if you use Snow as a tanker, because Snow, he doesn't have 50% damage mitigation like other previous tanks. Okay, so really good characters. Maybe you are wondering to me, okay, why you like this Bolting Strike healer? Because sure, before I thought her only good for Dragon and Princess Vina because she has quadcast, but yes, I know her Brave She form her Brave She form cannot activate her quadcast, but it's okay if you pair her to the like of Starlight Elena, because what you need is triple cast Bolting Strike for Starlight Elena. After all, what you need is healing and chaining support, not the damage. Okay, so as long as the enemy doesn't have light resist, she can do elemental chain with your triple caster Bolting Strike physical chain or hybrid. That's what make me like her. Okay, so I'm kind of surprised, because on the first glance I don't like her that much, but after reviewing her, I kind of like her. Okay, so that's all about Brave She form. Now let's talk about equipment. So for equipment, it is pretty simple. On normal form, she is a DPS, pure DPS, okay? You can increase her magic. And yes, if you want to increase her damage further, of course, gives her Savior of Soul Lightning STMR, because it will increase her damage modifier cap. And yes, very easy. And for Brave She form, you can still use her as a DPS, but if you want to use her as a support, what I can say is you don't need to equip her Trust Mastery Word and STMR, because those two boost your magic stats. If you want to make her into support, maybe it's good idea to make her spirit priority instead of magic. And you also need like faster LB rate, LB regen for Brave Shift form, because yes, you want to use that limit burst as often as possible, because 7,500 barrier is no joke at all. Okay, it will increase your survivability a lot. For healing, you have triple cast. Wow, very amazing on Brave Shift form. But yeah, you can still use her on DPS on Brave Shift form, because her Brave Shift form damage modifier for bolting strike chain is a little bit better, 62 times versus 58 times. But I think just stick with normal form, okay, because you need to switch back between normal and Brave Shift form, and it's kinda annoying. Just stick with normal form. That's what I can say to you for a DPS. Okay, so that's all for equipment. My conclusion for Serah. Serah is probably one of the underrated character, because when most players see her, meh, bolting strike chain with this, yeah, maybe you think that, oh, her only partner is only for Draconian Princess Vina, so she is not great. Maybe some of you think about her like that, but don't, okay, because she is great on Brave Shift form as a healer and chaining support, as long as you can use bolting strike chain when the enemy doesn't have light resist. Really nice role, okay, as a support chainer. And remember, even when the damage is not great on normal form, she can chain with Chaos Wave Awaken, 3 elements, and bolting strike. So she's quite flexible in terms of that. And if you only want to use her as in peril, you can do that, because she has full limit burst at the start of the battle, so you can get 120% in peril on wind, earth, and light element. Very useful on dark vision. Okay, and the only thing I don't like about her is her setup for Chaos Wave Awaken is kind of complicated, and her damage is maybe not that high compared to Draconian Princess Vina. But of course, because Draconian Princess Vina is Evoker, you can increase her damage potential easily and easier than this one. Okay, so the Trust Mastery Reward and STMR. Trust Mastery Reward, I can say it is not that great, but for STMR it is great, but not something I want to chase. Okay, so yes, in the end, I don't say that you must have Neo Vision Awakened Serah, but if you are lucky to get her, then congratulations, because she is actually really good. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave X videos guide. Bye bye guys.